Hi everybody, Audra here, your Twisted Chocolate with Odds and Ends Boutique. And I started a project this evening and I forgot to set my phone up. So it's already started, and when I put the phone on the tripod you'll be able to see what I've done so far and then how I plan to finish it. So I'm going to pause you for just a second and then I'll get you set up on the tripod and we'll get started. Okay, so what I did was I found this picture frame over the weekend while I was out and about looking for a toy pistol for a book stack that I'm doing, and I came across this, and the colors in the background caught my attention, so I had to grab it. And what I've done so far, as you can see, is I've chalked it with the word sweet. So I did all I have my tape measure here and my ruler, and did all my measuring, got it as close to centered as I could. And so what I'm going to do now is add the word home to it. And I'm not using, don't tell anyone. I normally use Magnolia Design Company stencils, but this is one I got a hold of from someone who was selling it on Marketplace before I decided to join Magnolia Design Company. So I have this home, Sweet Home stencils that I'm using for this, because of everything that I have, this is just the best thing for this particular surface. So I waxed it a little bit because I don't know exactly what this is, and I wanted to protect my stencils, so I did a little min wax, a little finishing wax, natural color, and and so now I finished chalking the word sweet. I'm just going to dry it up a little bit, make sure I don't smudge it while I'm working on the rest of it. Okay. Whoopsie. So, now, I've got a lot of stuff collecting here. In my efforts to figure out what I wanted to put on here, I just pulled everything out and I didn't put it back away because I got excited about what I found. I am going to have to make a little bit of a adjustment on the back, because when I purchased it, it was the only place it has a hanger is up here at the top, so it was only hanging one way. So I'm going to have to move that to the side since I'm doing this sideways. So now I'm going to fuzz the word home. And I think as nice and thick as this lettering is, it will show up really nice on the background color. I'm loving this teal color. Yeah, Tiffany teal. I'm still learning the colors. So I'm going to center the word home on the sweet, and here. So that looks about right. So I'm going to place it there, and then just to be sure, I'm going to measure, because I'm kind of anal that way. 1.5 inches. Oh, not quite 1.5 inches, just a little bit more. So I'm going to move it just a smidge. And I don't know if I moved it the right direction that time, so I'm going to have to look to see. I may have gone too far. Oh, no, it's just right. Okay, so let me double check. Yep, just right. Well, that really happens for me. So, Tiffany teal. I've used it a lot and left it open a lot, so it's a little chunky. But when it gets a little chunky and a little thicker, all you have to do is add some distilled water. I have a spray bottle here that I just spray it in there, stir it up until it becomes the consistency of yogurt or cake batter. I don't normally stir it with this because it gets a little messy. I stir it with my stir stick. So I was too anxious to get started, so I didn't take the time to work out the little chunks, but it'll be okay. It still works. I have to be careful. I don't want to go off the edge. And I'm hearing it come up. I'm hoping it's just coming up a little bit, and it's not the air bubbles. I don't know how much this was used before I got a hold of it. So the stickiness just might not be as good as it could be. But it's working. I'm doing here. So now I'm going to take the excess off. Carefully, so they don't go over the edge of the stencil. I'm going to peel it. And go slow, because if I see any spots, well, actually, this word is distressed in the stencil. So it's going to come out a little distressed on here. So there's the first one. I'm just going to go ahead and come down here. Set that. Oh, first time. I'll use a squeegee. I'm working up the air bubbles. When you are chalking, you want to do your squeegee at about a 90-degree angle. At an angle. You don't want it straight up and down. You do it at an angle. And then when you scrape off the excess is when you'll just do it straight up and down. I don't worry so much about washing the stencil after using it the first time, since I'm doing the same color. But you can wash these in between uses, dry them up really good, and then use them in a different spot. So if you wanted to do Home Sweet Home in different colors, you could do it that way. But tonight, I wanted to do them all in the same color, because I think it's a beautiful color for this background. Okay. I'm going to take this, and rinse it off really quick. With this, that's how it turned out. Now the question is, do I want to just put the little bracket on the side, or do I want to put jute or a ribbon to hang it with? So I have to figure that out. I'm going to pause while I rinse these off. Okay, so I rinsed the stencil in cool water and used the, I should bring an extra one over here to show you. We have a stencil cleaner that you can use to get as much of everything off as you can. The darker colors will stain, but get as much as you can off. Drying this a little bit. I am going to seal this. I'll go get it. I am going to seal it before I decide how, or before I end up deciding how I want it to hang. So, but I am going to dry it for now, so I don't accidentally smudge it. I am loving how these colors work together. This is kind of the color scheme of my office. Today I don't have office suite office, right? Work suite work. That's who everything's that. I go to work, I just want to come home and do this. So that's it. There it is. Home sweet home. I love it. I love the words that are distressed. The background is very much distressed looking, so I think it goes very well. All right, when I decide how I want to hang it, how I want it to be hanging, I will take a picture of it, a finished product, and post it as well. But this is it for now. I'll put it as the thumbnail on YouTube, and then I'll put a picture of it on Facebook, so whichever place you're watching. So yes, if you're interested in doing this, like I said, before I signed up with Magnolia Design Company, I found a product like this like these on Marketplace. Somebody had a bunch and she was just selling it, and I bought it all and started playing with it and was thinking about what I wanted to do, and decided to go with Magnolia because they do not have a minimum requirement. So I have my little website set up, and the the link to it is in the description below. If you're watching on Facebook, you should be able to just click shop now. It'll take you right to my website, and you can check it out. If you would like to be doing something like this yourself in the comfort of your own home, with your shoes off or in your pajamas or however you're comfortable, Magnolia has plenty of supplies to help you get started. So thank you for watching, and that's it for tonight. Thanks everybody. Good night. Have a great rest of your evening.